Today on Animal Fact Files, we're discussing the Kaluga. This sturgeon is also known as the river beluga, although it's not at all related to the marine mammal. Unfortunately, this giant fish is critically endangered, so there's little footage of them alive. Most of the sturgeons you'll see in this video are not the Kaluga species. This fish is likely to go extinct within our lifetime because it's specifically targeted for its eggs, which are known as roe, or in culinary terms, caviar. Over the course of the 1900s, the Kaluga population decreased by over 90% due to poaching for their eggs and meat. Today, there are all kinds of protections in place for these animals. However, continued illegal hunting pushes them closer to the brink. The Kaluga ranges throughout parts of China, Russia, and Japan, living in both fresh and marine waters, depending on their stage of life. They are most abundant throughout the Amur River and its tributaries. Kaluga begin their life as eggs, laid in freshwater habitats such as clear rivers that flood into forests during the rainy season. The eggs are laid in shallow waters with gravel bottoms. After hatching, the babies make their way downstream to brackish water estuaries, where they'll remain for about 2 decades before returning to fresh waterways to spawn. In other words, it takes around 20 years for the Kaluga to reach reproductive age, and even then they don't reproduce every year. Females often take 2 to 4 year gaps between broods. It's currently estimated that less than 5% of the entire Kaluga population is classifiable as adults that weigh more than 220 pounds, 100 kilograms. The rest are smaller. This is significant because historical records indicate that these fish can reach more than 10 times that weight, suggesting that the oldest and most mature population of these fish has been all but wiped out. In the past, the river beluga was known to reach upwards of 20 feet, 6 meters long. That's as long as the largest living crocodiles. Apparently, the Kaluga isn't the friendliest fish either. These river monsters are carnivorous predators. When young, they hunt down invertebrates such as worms and insect larvae. As they get older, they eat other fish, including salmon, herring, smelt, and more, as well as invertebrates such as shrimp. The Kaluga has a face equipped with 4 barbels to help sense their prey, as well as a protrusive mouth that can engulf prey whole. In their prime, these sturgeons are some of the top predators throughout their range. When left undisturbed, the Kaluga can reach more than 50 years of age, but continued pressure from poaching has reduced their average lifespan. There are, however, some efforts in place to help bolster their population. These fish are raised in a handful of government-run hatcheries within their range. The hatcheries release juveniles into the wild in an effort to stave off extinction. Shout out to Dad, SpikeSpiegel93, and the rest of our Patreon family, whose generous donations make this channel possible. Give a thumbs up if you learned something new today, and thanks for watching Animal Fact Files.